I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more thought of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all, in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. It is 8 p.m. It is time for Smackdown, coming to us from Dublin. We know it is a pre-taped episode. It was live this afternoon, so please, no spoilers if you've watched but are still tuning in to check out the Smackdown Security Detail. Right now, the Street Profits and the MFTs have made their way in the building. Charlotte Flair is on her way in. She's got Piper Niven later tonight. The Street Profits and the MFTs will be taking on each other later on in the show as well. Piper Niven is in the house. And look at that. That is the crowd is looking. Yeah, the crowd is they're on fire right now for this show. Yeah, everybody in the crowd is fired up for this show. Starting off with a hometown superstar. The one, the only Becky Lynch is in the house. Pete is in the house saying, I am really surprised that they allowed this to air live at 1 a.m., but money talks, lol. It was actually live at 3 p.m. as well. 3 p.m. Eastern time, which would be like 8 p.m. your time there, Pete. Yeah, she does have her husband's sunglasses. Wonder what Becky Lynch has got on her mind tonight. Looks like we're about to find out. This is the first ever televised event from Dublin, Ireland, and the crowd is chanting, "We deserve it." I love it. Yes, Bulkstar, I'm on the Becky promo right now. I mean, if you want a master class in how to become how to get your hometown to turn on you, you gotta watch what that Becky promo. Tiffany Stratton now making her presence felt as she interrupted one Becky Lynch here. Becky taking great exception to that. So Tiffy's saying on behalf of Dublin Ireland she would make Becky or Rebecca leave. Nia Jax is now making her way out now. Well, Nia just basically said to Tiffany, "You've got a bigger problem ahead of you now." Oh, Jade Cargill. Okay, so they started attacking Tiffy, and then Jade is now out here to make the save. I think we're going to get ourselves a tag team match, a women's tag match, a little later on here. Nia Jax and Becky Lynch probably against Tiffany and Jade, and I'm okay with that. Jade, you may want to turn around there, lady. Becky, you may want to run. Oh, Mad Sophia, no, we've been at this for about 3-4 years tops, maybe even longer. I've been a part of this turnbuckle affiliation program for close to 4 years, but we've been running a lot longer than that. Nick, Nick Aldis is out right now. Yeah, so tonight we in tag team action. We are going to get Nia and Becky against Tiffy and Jade. But right now, Melo is hanging out in the back. He's got Fraxium talking to him. So Fraxium there just tried to stir the pot a little bit by saying that the Miz is a little bit on the conceited side, blah blah blah. Miz came out, said, tried to list off all his accolades there, and all the while, all this arguing that was going on, the Wyatt Six were hanging out in the back. And Mads, I'm going to answer that question right now. We're a team of 5 people. We do all our own editing, all that kind of work. But right now, Carmelo and the Melo Don't Miz are making their way out for their match with for their tag team match right now. But as they're doing that, I'm going to show just one quick commercial here that will showcase everything that we do want. We do want your help, and this is where you can reach out to us.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Yeah, so if you want all the information that Mads you're asking about, all you got to do is visit turnbucklestudios.org. Take a look at what we've got going on there. Turnbucklestudios.org is the website to visit. And right now we are looking at a preview for WrestlePalooza coming to Indianapolis. As we're getting ready for tag team action between Nomads, the website I gave you, that's the website you reach out to us at. But right now, the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Melo Don't Miz here. Oh, the bell rings. Miz was going to start it off for Melo Don't Miz, and Melo blind tags the Miz, and it's going to be Alex Shelley and Melo starting it all off here. And the crowd is chanting, "We want Miz." And we will be seeing John Cena a little bit later on tonight. Street Profits will be it's JC Mateo and Tonga Loa who will be taking on the Street Profits later tonight. Charlotte Flair will be squaring off against Piper Niven. This is going to be a hell of a night, guys. Aleisteir Black to go up against R-Truth as well. But right now, The Miz and Melo are kind of running the gambit over Alex Shelley right now. Chris Sabin about to come in now. Sorry, Chris Sabin was in the ring. Alex Shelley just got tagged. And we've got OMD in the house. Do you need a timestamp, my friend?
I do, please.
26 minutes, 11 seconds. I have it paused. Mad, again, I'm going to tell you all the information is going to be on that website, turnbucklestudios.org.
There we go.
Okay, so you should have, are you playing it right now?
Yep. I've got the
Okay.
guns looking like they're going for Torpe Suicida.
Okay, give me the time then.
Just 1 second here so I can actually see. $26.11.
26:11. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, I'm at 26:11 now. Let's go.
All right.
So they're about to go for the dive.
Oh, double drop kick.
Yeah, I've got the dive.
Yep. All right. So how are we doing tonight, Mr. Best?
Doing good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Just I was just informing the crowd before you got here. If you guys want a master class in how to turn a town on you, watch that opening promo.
Okay.
You'll probably see why a little later on, considering one of the participants in that promo are in the main event tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot when I was of course scrolling social media at work today. I forgot that it was going to be live early.
That's why I avoided social media today, because I knew it. Man, the chemistry between the Motor City Machine Guns, man.
Right? Something that we have been watching for, 20 years with them as a tag team, and it's a masterpiece. It's cinema.
You know what's so weird that I still think about this, because we're coming up on about a year since the Machine Guns came to the WWE.
Yep.
I remember some years ago when Alex Shelley almost got signed by the WWE, and it was when he was working on his own. So
Yep.
this was like before the Machine Guns became a thing.
Yep.
And I really wanted Alex Shelley to come, but then he was presented the idea of tag teaming with the machine with Chris Sabin and
Yep.
forming the Machine Guns at TNA, and he's like, okay, I'm going to continue working there. And I'm like, I got so disappointed, and I still held hope for like maybe 4 or 5 years that he would come, and then I gave up hope, and now here we are, and it still feels surreal
Right.
about a year after he signed.
You know, and I remember, I want to say it was in the Dusty Classic when Kushida was performing on NXT,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave him Alex Shelley as a partner for the Dusty Cup, and I was just like, oh, are we getting the time splitters? And is this going to be the beginning of getting Kushida, Sabin, and Shelley all together?
Well, that's just it, right? Like, because over in Japan, all 3 of them were working as the time splitters, and the Dusty Classic at that time invited wrestlers from all different promotions to be a part of it.
Yes. But they all worked together as the time splitters, and then when they all got working together in TNA a little bit, they were Time Machine.
Oh, geez, that code breaker.
Right? Wow.
But Miz and Melo walking away with that win,
Yes.
despite the trepidations that we're still seeing between these 2 men.
Now, we know, sorry about that prior to his move to SmackDown, when he was on Raw and, of course, working with Karrion Kross, Miz was having his issues with the Wyatts. Do we see that pick up if Melo and Miz get themselves that contendership opportunity?
Well, Jimmy and Sammy hugging each other. Good to see these 2 guys back together. But that's where I was getting to, because it's Nick Aldis on his socials over on Instagram said that the tag matches, the 2 male tag matches, do have some kind of a tag team title implications to them. He never really specified what, but
right. And I'm gonna go here. Is this a situation where the WWE gives the fans what they want, and you bring back Karrion Kross and interject him into that mix on the side of the Miz and Melo?
here's the thing. As I'm looking at Sami Zayn on the screen, I'm going to say no, because I want to keep Karrion Kross away from Sammy and put him back on Raw. Because it's clear right now, as we're looking at Solo and the MFT is interrupting what Jimmy and Sammy were saying here. JC Mateo and Tamatonga have Tamatonga, sorry. Or Tongaloa, sorry. I'm confusing all the Tongas. Have a tag match with the Street Profits later on tonight. But it looks like Sammy's going to be going after Solo in his US title.
Yes.
Which is a title, by the way, that Sammy said last week he has yet to win.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And maybe I'm just thinking about like the length and how long Sammy's been a part of the WWE, because he's been a part of the WWE for the better part of about 12, 13 years. I could swear he had the US title at one time.
No,
I know he challenged John Cena for it.
Yes, he did. He was on SmackDown as the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I know. I know that. But it just feels like he's been around so long that he probably did have the US title that a lot of people would think, you know? But right now we are looking at a commercial for the WWE shop. Yeah, so why don't we play our other commercial, our 2025, our calendar. Let's take a look.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
Yeah, right now Charlotte Flair is making her way to the ring. Piper Niven is awaiting her presence in that ring in what is going to be, I think, is going to be a hell of a match. I'm kind of surprised, though, that Charlotte does not have Alexa Bliss at her side right now.
Right, and I'm seeing that too, and I was just about to point that out. It's different, and it's weird to see Charlotte celebrating with the fans.
Yeah. But going back to the commercial, again, guys, if you want to follow everything for Turnbuckle Studios, there's a Meet the Team option there. Turnbucklestudios.org. You'll be able to find all of the latest episodes. You'll be able to meet the team, whether it's myself, OMD, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, Carl Carafel. We're all there. Turnbucklestudios.org is that website. But we're looking at what happened last Friday when basically all hell broke loose.
Yes, after a chaotic one-on-one match between Alexa Bliss and Piper Niven.
Okay, I get why Alexa's not there. I completely forgot about the attack Piper Niven did on Alexa after the match.
Right?
But this all to me says that this is leading to, and I'm probably going to say it's going to happen at Clash in Paris, but we're going to see the Secret Hervice challenging for the women's tag titles.
I think so.
Maybe not at Clash in Paris. Maybe next week on SmackDown it could very well happen, but it's going to happen in Paris regardless, because next week's SmackDown is also in Paris.
Yes, it is.
Or I mean in France, Lyon, France, I should say. Charlotte is giving me Carmella vibes with that her gear.
Right? Right? As we have Piper Niven knocking her down with a shoulder block and then saluting the crowd. And I know you've brought this up in the past. How hot and how hard is it to wrestle in that suit and tie?
Dude, do you remember IRS when he would wrestle?
Yeah.
And in like 5 minutes, he'd be dripping buckets of sweat. But if you saw him wrestling in like actual wrestling gear, he wouldn't sweat.
Yep.
I've wrestled in a suit before as part of Business Inc.
Right.
It's not fun. It is not fun.
I would imagine.
Being under those studio lights with especially like the pants. And I've been under studio lights under a suit working on films and whatnot.
Right.
It's Jesus. In between takes, I found myself like having to roll up my pant legs just to cool my legs down because of how hot those lights get. So under the lights of the ring, that's pretty much just as hot too. And but yeah, like just ask IRS, man. You'd see it in like 5 minutes in his matches. Even if it was just like a jobber match where he'd be out there for 2 minutes, he'd be sweating buckets like he wrestled an Iron Man match.
Yep.
Because here's the thing, when you're wearing black, it attracts heat.
Yes, it does. And Piper has now shed the suit jacket.
I don't blame her.
Me neither.
And we're going to be seeing John Cena later tonight. One has to wonder, he's going to be addressing the Logan Paul situation because Logan Paul is in the building tonight too.
Yes.
I was going to say, is he going to be addressing the Brock Lesnar stuff? But no, I think he's got to worry more about Logan Paul before Brock Lesnar again.
Yes.
But as I'm looking at Charlotte / Carmella, there is one other wrestler I'm wondering why he's not at ringside, and that is James Ellsworth.
Right. Charlotte really looking like she's trying to rally and do the work, that whole babyface situation, and it's just still not something I am used to seeing from Charlotte.
She's having so much fun with this, though, and I
She
love
is.
it. The Irish crowd is just eating it up too. They're enjoying this.
As we did just see a crotch chop from Charlotte as well, and that beautiful moonsault.
I find it interesting right now that Chelsea Green has got this on her mind. She's also got to be thinking about what's to come at Heatwave this Sunday night.
Yeah. And that's going to make for a long one for Chelsea, because she's got to then finish this show, catch a flight back to the U.S. for Heatwave.
Yeah. This is where I check to see where Heatwave is located.
I believe it is in Lowell, Mass.
Yeah, so flight to New York. It'd be a flight to Boston, more than likely. How's it going, Parrish? Glad to have you here.
Good to see you, brother.
It'd be a flight to Boston. Flights from Paris to Boston are about 8-9 hours, I would say.
Yeah.
But Piper Niven taking the win over Charlotte here.
Yes. Yes, I was just going to say Piper Niven stealing the victory as her business suit has opened up.
Shade's a big boss man. That was always Boss Man's problem with his button-up shirt there that he'd wear. It always burst open at some point in the match. Our Women's United States champion, Julia, along with her manager, Kiana James. All right. So basically, Mia Yim's got to go through Kiana James in order to get to Julia. She really wants that shot, but there is another woman who wants that shot, and she was in that background.
I missed that.
It was easy to see. It's Nikki Cross was in the background.
Oh, I didn't even see her.
She was right smack dab in the middle. You got to rewind and watch that.
I will. But it seems as though we are going to get Kiana James in action sometime soon for that match and her return to in-ring competition.
I just said that. I did. But no, you know what? I don't remember Kiana James as an in-ring competitor, so this is going to be interesting for me to see.
I do. I wasn't overly impressed with her in NXT, but she did, the way she presented herself, the way she came off, she was a female $1 million man. And then as she grew, she got better.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had her in a couple of matches there on Raw when she came up to the main roster. And then, of course, she got injured, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's when she was gone for it felt like forever. She was gone.
Yeah. Yep.
But we just saw a promotion for WWE WrestlePalooza happening September 20th. Will be taking place in the city of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yes. And friend of the show, the Bulkster, will happen to be there live.
Okay, John Cena's coming out now. I for some reason thought John Cena was going to end the show. I like that shirt he's got.
Me too. I'm still, I hate to say this, but I'm still not used to seeing him without the title right now.
I mean, we all knew that last match, which is now scheduled for December 13th, by the way.
Yes.
I think we all somehow had an inclination that last match was not going to be a championship match.
Yeah. See, and in a situation like that, I would have loved for it to be a championship match, but that was where you would have the Money in the Bank cash in on the challenger so that John can leave his head held high and drop the belt going out.
And John Cena is
greater than Guinness.
Yeah. I will agree to that because I'm not a fan of Guinness.
Oh, it's been way too long since I've had me a nice pint.
It's too bitter for me.
Where's my friend Seamus when I need him?
Not on this show.
Nope. John Cena trying to dance a jig in the ring.
And the announcer's still giving him the greatest of all time announcement, which I find that interesting that he managed to turn that kind of a thing into a babyface thing, because that's something that typically a heel would do, i.e. Shane McMahon.
Right.
And speaking of that Shane McMahon thing, just one thing I'm going to quickly say before John Cena gets on the mic for his promo here. I actually, in retrospect, enjoyed Shane McMahon calling himself the best in the world.
Right?
because he did that, it was designed to raise the ire of the fans, because we all know Shane actually isn't the best in the world at wrestling.
No.
But he knew how to raise the ire of the fans, and that's exactly what it was.
He did. And now John has the mic, so let's listen in.
Or not, because Logan Paul is coming out now.
Okay.
Again, I know that Bubba always points this out whenever we watch these European shows, but I really like these really close aisle wait.
Yep.
It adds a level of intimacy to the program.
It does.
To the fans.
And did we just see Logan Paul shake a fan's hand?
I believe so. By the way, a little history note for you. This is the first ever televised event in Dublin, Ireland for WWE.
Okay.
They've done live events,
Right.
House shows and stuff. Whenever they did like basically that UK tour they would do every year.
Right.
But this is the first ever televised event from Ireland, and I'm here for it, and I want some pay-per-views to go to Ireland now.
Right? Don't we all?
Actually, if anything, I would love for a PLE to come to our city, but our arena is nowhere close to big enough for that.
Right?
But now Logan Paul's got the mic. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Let's do it.
Man, the crowd is just getting under Logan Paul's skin there.
They are, but you know what? I love Logan Paul on the mic, and the way he is getting this crowd going, it is brilliant.
I mean, all I can say right now with this promo is just wow. John Cena's just spitting the truths. And things are about to get a little bit physical. Physical.
I don't think we need Olivia Newton-John impressions here on
Oh,
Security
we always need a little bit of her. But I figured that John was going to duck that punch and hit the FU or the AA or whatever you want to call it.
Right?
Now, when he started listing off like AJ Styles, Dom, and he started like, to me, the list sounded random, but then it clicked. As soon as he finished that, I'm like, oh, wait, those are all people Logan Paul has fought.
Yep.
Because I forgot that Logan Paul's first match was a tag team match with The Miz, and it was against Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Yes, it was. I was going to say, yeah, I don't remember him fighting Dom, but I'm thinking of Dirty Dom and not.
Yeah, not when he was tag teaming with Rey.
Yeah.
John Cena, man, milk all this for all it's worth, man, because this is your last time appearing as a WWE superstar in Dublin.
Yes.
That's the one thing I've been trying to emphasize a little bit more on. But right now, we're looking at Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill, who were a part of that opening segment on earlier tonight. And of course, there's going to be a little bit of tension between the two, as they do have a tag team match where they're going to be pairing up against with one another.
Yes.
But speaking of tag team action, the Street Profits, everybody. They're going to be taking on. Oh my God, his name. Oh, JC Mateo and Tonga Loa. Tag team action.
Okay. The Street Profits almost seemingly going back to the old style outfits, but you know, the new intro, so you don't have the red solo cups shooting up. And
yeah, well, if you look at the way that setup is, I think the whole red solo cups dropping could be a liability on the fans.
yeah.
But here we are. They're showcasing an event that I am really looking forward to, because I want to see how this looks in a stadium. But they're showing a preview for Survivor Series War Games Saturday, November 29th. There will be a PLE for control for that. I'm not missing out on no War Games that weekend.
No,
I'll tell you that.
Not at all. Not at all.
But that's the one thing that intrigues me, is I want to see what the War Games setup looks like inside of a stadium.
Right?
It's never been in a stadium. Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Basically, Drew McIntyre saying that that's a completely different John Cena that he saw.
Yep.
Basically, kind of giving the heads up to Logan Paul to just be on the watch out.
Yep.
And if there is one person that could tell him that on that SmackDown roster, it is Drew McIntyre. Drew's had
Yes.
quite a few wars with Mr. Cena over the years.
Yes, he has.
And MFT making their way out to the ring. With the Profits. Now, here's the thing. If I'm the Profits with the whole MFT situation, I might be talking to Sammy and Jimmy about helping me out here, helping me out to keep Solo and Talatonga at bay.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting that Solo's got his ring gear on too. But as I always say in the wrestling business, even if you're booked on the show but you're not wrestling, bring your gear anyways.
Absolutely. Now, is this Tonga Loa's first match back since he returned from injury?
No, he's had a couple matches now.
Okay. I don't remember them, so
He's still just from personal experience, it does still feel like he's working off a little bit of the ring rust, as it were.
right.
But the whole thing that they're doing with the MFT right now is that they're gunning after the tag titles.
Yes.
With JC Mateo and Tonga Loa here. Which now leads me to wonder when Tama Tonga finally makes his return, how is that going to work out?
Right.
Because I do firmly believe that the MFT will be winning the tag team titles sometime soon.
Oh, okay. You have the MFTs to dethrone the Wyatts. Wow. That is intriguing.
Or whoever ends up being the tag team champions during their hunt. But I do see the just like you've thought about it with the Vision over on Raw, I could see the MFTs also becoming a golden staple.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of work still, in my personal view, that we would need, at least for me to see, to believe that Talatonga could be a viable U.S. champion, we'll say.
Yeah.
And for Solo to be a world heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Or WWE champion, whichever roster they end up on.
Right.
If there is a draft or a trade or anything like that coming up.
Right. Now, for those who don't know out there, Tonga Loa does have history in the WWE that is not as well known. And I can't remember which one he was, but he was part of the tag team of Unico and Camacho.
He was Camacho.
So, and after that, before he went to Japan and became Tonga Loa and competed with the Gorillas of Destiny, where he really made his name, he also teamed with the now LA Knight and one Drew Galloway in Impact as the Rising.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was Camacho, and there was a lot going for that gimmick when they put him on NXT, yes. I thought. Because they gave him this rich boy gimmick, and he was running well with it. And then suddenly, oh, he's released.
Yeah. See, and I don't remember that because that was probably when I wasn't watching NXT.
Mm-hmm. And Hunico, as we all know, went on to become the second. Oh my God, why is his name?
Sin
Why is the
Cara.
name escape? Thank you, Sin Cara.
Yes, he actually became Unico after doing the second Sin Cara gimmick.
Yeah, but he also, I want to say he did take the Sin Cara gimmick a little bit over onto into the Indies, I believe, for a little bit. He wasn't as Sin Cara because WWE owns that name,
Right.
but.
But I believe that was when Sin Cara transitioned back to Mystico.
Yeah, and frankly, I'm glad that they did that because, again, let's talk a little bit of AAA history because this is where it all took place. I think it was either AAA or CMLL, one of the two, but they had an angle between the original Sin Cara, who he wrestled under a different name, but he wrestled to get back the Mystico gimmick.
Yes.
And he wrestled whoever he gave the Mystico gimmick to.
Yes. I believe he wrestled as Silverano for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say it, as much as I am not a fan of JC, the guy can throw a suplex.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, there's Jimmy, just as I had hoped to see. Oh, but Tala just kicked that chair right out of his hand.
Yeah, Tala not even flinching at those chair shots.
Yeah, and now, but Jimmy's doing exactly what I said he needs to do.
Yep.
Because he's got, and now Sammy, there we go. See, now Sammy's got to take Solo out of the equation here. And that's exactly what he just did with the haluva kick up against the table. But see, that's where Sammy made your mistake because you didn't take Solo out of the ringside area which is what I would have done. Oh wait, unless this is where it comes to an end here. Okay. Then the job well done by Sammy and Jimmy.
Yep, I just got the finish.
Little funny story that I heard about that the particular finish that the Street Profits do. Montez Ford is afraid of heights.
He's terrified.
Yeah, that's why he climbs the turnbuckle the way he does, because he does it 1 foot, 1 foot on the bottom, second foot on the bottom, so on and so forth, and he just jumps.
And that was Bianca that mentioned that on an interview with Insight.
Yep. And but she has stated that he knows how high he can get on those jumps, and he wants to be able to jump out of frame on camera. I'm like, I kind of want to see that.
And the funny thing is he is terrified of heights, yet he is a former gunner from the U.S. Marines and was in the choppers doing it.
There's a bit of a difference, though, with being in a chopper and all that, because you're kind of safe still,
Yeah.
Aleisteir Black making his way to the ring as R-Truth will be looking to seek revenge against him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because I too am afraid of heights. And do you want to know what I wanted to do when I was in the Army?
Chopper?
I wanted to jump out of a plane. I wanted to get my parachute. I wanted to get my wings, as we called it.
I will say this: you are a braver man than I.
I also had like like all my military buddies backing me up and supporting me with that and
Yeah.
just giving me that confidence to do it, you know?
Yeah, where you're saying this to a guy who was gripping a couch like this during the Space Needle scene during the movie Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, R-Truth is on the screen. What's going on here?
So, R-Truth has flown to Dublin, Georgia, but called his friend Damian Priest to come down and face Aleisteir Black.
And if there's one man who wants more revenge over Aleisteir Black than R-Truth, it's Damian Priest these days.
Right?
The referee, by the way, has not even begun to ring the bell, and I really think he should be ringing the bell right now.
Yes. But Damian not even wearing his ring gear.
No, he just wants to fight. And you're in that same situation. There you go. I was gonna say Damian was in the same situation he was in when he got the black mass. And look at officials coming out to separate this thing right away. I would say this match has to happen at Clash in Paris, and there's got to be some kind of a step.
The problem is you've already got the good old-fashioned Donnybrook at Clash in Paris, so you really can't go with another, like, you don't want to go with another match of the same type of variety.
No, but if you look at SummerSlam night 2, that night was just every match had some kind of a step to it.
Yep.
So you can put these guys in a cage. Damian's already done a cage match this year. Why not put him in a second one this year?
Right?
Or, I don't know, just thinking off the top of my head, and it's a match we haven't seen in forever. What about a lumberjack match?
I could see it. But I'm gonna suggest another one that we haven't seen in a while. I believe the last one we saw was Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. What about a stretcher match?
I'd be all right with that. You know what else would actually work? Because of his dark gimmick. I'm thinking a casket match.
Yeah?
I mean, hey, look, there's Drew. Drew's got a mic now.
Okay.
Well, now,
There is an intriguing development.
I mean, you just talked about Randy and Drew having a match.
Right?
And I know that there's unfinished business between those two men.
There is, because I believe the last time that we saw Randy, it was SummerSlam.
Yes, it was. And there's Becky Lynch getting ready for her tag team match later tonight with Nia Jax. That's the opening promo to watch. I mean, they're in Dublin. It's Becky's hometown, you know?
Yes. But why do we not have a Finn Balor in Dublin?
He might be on the dark match.
Touche.
Remember, I did say it looked like Solo was in his in-ring gear, and I know he did that because he took a bump for Sammy, but I mean,
Right.
Next week, U.S. Championship match, Solo Sikoa defending against Sami Zayn
Wow.
in Lyon, France. Number one contenders tag team title match. See, I knew those two tag matches were going to lead to something. Street
Yep.
Profits and Melo Don't Miz.
Okay.
Women's tag team action next week. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair taking on the Secret Hervice.
Women's Tag Team Championship.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's always those last SmackDowns before the PLE that just seem to be fire. It's also the
Yes.
Raw afterwards, too, by the way. And I know there's going to be people online that are going to complain, oh, why isn't this title match on the PLE? Shut up. You're still getting the title match.
Yeah. You can't put everything on the PLE.
This isn't AEW, where they have
Right.
15 matches on a PLE. That's the one thing that actually scares me if I do get an IPTV about trying to check out AEW pay-per-views,
Right?
is having to sit through 15 matches.
Plus the 2-hour pre-show.
Well, I'm not going to do that. That's too much.
But they
'Cause
usually usually they have about 3 of those matches on the pre-show.
Oh, I know, but usually, like, when they're doing the pre-shows, because they're like, usually at like 5 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm more or less still going to be out the door at that point, you know?
Yeah. No, I know, and that's sort of where I'm at too, is do I start watching those again for the sake of because it's wrestling, or
I more or less want to do it if I do it, this is an if I do go to the IPTV service. I more or less want to do it because I've got a morbid curiosity.
right.
And the last time I can remember watching an AEW pay-per-view was Fyter Fest in 2021, I think it was.
Yes, but Fighter Fest was always like 2 episodes of Dynamite.
Not during the pandemic. They were both pay-per-views.
I only ever saw Fighter Fest on Dynamite.
Yeah, they were pay-per-views during the pandemic. But got ourselves a hot opening for a tag match here.
Yes, we do.
And I've got to say this one thing. I'm going to present another hot take here, but I don't want Nia going after Tiffany Stratton for the women's title.
I'm with you. I'm really, really with you. I was hoping, like, with the scenario, of course, of Naomi being pregnant, it threw a monkey wrench into my plans because I was hoping that this was where we would get Bianca coming out and screwing over Jade to, of course, team with Naomi. But then you can turn Nia face because she's never really done the whole, like, yes, we've teamed together, but we're not getting along. They've never delved into the family of Nia Jax and Naomi and that history. So you could have turned Nia face to team her with Jade Cargill against Bianca and Naomi.
Yeah, I kind of, I think what I want, because it seems still obvious that there's going to be another Jade Tiffany match somewhere down the line, especially with the way they've been interacting with each other over the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I just kind of want Nia to have a feud with somebody else and build herself back to that contention.
Right?
I get it. She lost the title in a bit of an unfair situation because, let's face it, cashing in the Money in the Bank, a little bit unfair. But she already had that moment. She already had that rematch.
Right.
It's done. It's done. It's passé, you know?
Right. Now, I know they're on different brands, but if Jade picks up a pinfall victory here in Dublin over Becky, would that not put Jade into a contention for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? And would that not be a way to really get Jade's title career started off?
It'd be a good way. But I also think that with Nia being involved in this match, that this is a tease to Nia and Jade. And I'm going to say Nia and Jade maybe at WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right on especially on the Jade Tiffany situation. And I do believe that will happen September 20th at WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That does it for the that was the main event. Jade Cargill. Oh, I'm sorry.
I got it.
Okay. Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton taking the win. All right.
Yes, that was certainly not the finish I was expecting.
I wonder now if the referee told them, hey, we're running short on time here. And they had to go straight to the finish. Because I feel like there could have been more in that match. Oh,
right?
Wait a minute. Okay, so wow, a little bit of stuff to unwrap with that finish. Now, that may now the ending of the other match kind of makes sense because they had to get that segment in, and that was John Cena, who looked like he was leaving it looked like a personal locker room, basically.
Yeah.
Leaving his personal locker room, probably getting ready to leave the venue, I would say. But then Nick Aldis cornered him as if they were going to talk about something, and then Logan Paul finally showed up and jacked John Cena in the face, knocking him out. So now going into the pay-per-view at Clash in Paris, we've got to wonder what is the condition of John Cena going into that match.
Yes. Did Logan Paul have something in his hand? Because it looked like he was tucking something away. So was it the Brax Knucks? Did he have something else?
I couldn't tell because like everything just kind of like, I saw the fist. I saw Nick Aldis like go down to check on John Cena and then chase after Logan Paul, and Logan Paul running. And I couldn't exactly tell what Logan was doing because I was taken aback by that, you know?
Right. And let's not forget that Drew McIntyre did tell Logan by any or whatever it takes, by any means necessary, take out John tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's just it too. That is one of the things that a lot of wrestlers have learned about John Cena is that going into a match against him, you may want to try to be one step ahead of him. And that's why the wrestlers who've managed to take the championship off John Cena have been able to do that.
Yes.
But I think it's that time of the day. Just before we say our talk about what we thought about the show, let's play our 2 commercials one more time before we take off.
Let's do it.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos, games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
Yeah, and if if you want all that information, guys, all you got to do is head on over to turnbucklestudios.org. You'll be able to find all the different programming we have there, as well as the meet the team option, with whether you want to meet OMD, myself, Carl Carafel, Chris Parrish, Bubba Duke. It's all there, turnbucklestudios.org. Now,
yes, and while you're at Turnbuckle Studios, I was going to say before we go there, while you're at turnbucklestudios.org, open another tab on your browser and head over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. And there you can find merch for all of us.
Yeah.
Throw pillows, coffee mugs, keychains, t-shirts, hoodies, you name it, we can get it.
He made us sound like we're gangsters, but that's all right. carlcarafel.redbubble.com is the place to go. Oh, geez. OMD, my man, as you're going to give out your socials, what did you think of tonight's show? I know you only missed the opening promo, so.
I enjoyed the show, but for me, it was a very promo-heavy show. And 3 tag matches. So for me, I mean, the finish to the show was, of course, very lackluster, as I think we thought, until we got the situation with Logan Paul and John Cena. But a little too promo heavy for me, but it did set everything up for next week, as well as Clash in Paris. And I cannot wait to see what they bring us on the Go Home show next week. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find me on the socials, it is my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMD show. And to you, Mr. Best. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it seems Mr. Best has frozen up here. So I hope he doesn't mind, but I will offer his socials, and if he gets back in time, we can get his thoughts on the show. And you can find him, ladies and gentlemen, at Linktree as well, linktr.ee/Chris_best83. If you want to catch him visually, right back here tomorrow night with Saturday Night Gaming. though I'm not sure what game he is going to be playing. You can catch him right back here. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if Chris Best can get back into the show here before we wrap things up. So I do want to give a shout out to some friends of ours here, and that is the guy who couldn't be here with us tonight, and that is our friend Mr. Chris Parrish. Again, you can find him on his link tree, linktr.ee/Chris Parrish. You can also find him at Beercade for every WWE PLE, and you can check them out live at Beercade YEG on Twitter, Beercade White on Insta, and you can find them located at 10544 82nd Avenue and on Facebook at Beercade White.
Okay, I'm back. So I know you read my socials, but I had a little teaser I wanted to show everybody for tomorrow night's Saturday Night Gaming.
Do it.
Bam. Going after sharks tomorrow night, people. Going after sharks.
Very nice. Now, I did read your socials, but I was waiting to see if you got back in to offer your thoughts on tonight's show.
Yeah, the show tonight was... I'm kind of with you. I actually enjoyed all the tag team matches because, once again, I mean, SmackDown is just showcasing just how hot the tag team division is. And with the injection of Melo Don't Miz and MFT, I'm kind of enjoying that. I like that they're trying to mix it up a little bit with these other tag teams. And it makes me even more excited when I think about like injured tag teams right now, like Pretty Deadly. I'm very intrigued to see what that's going to be like when they come into the picture now.
Right. And I want to get your thoughts on something because we know that there has been friction with Melo Don't Miz. It happened before The Miz went away, and we've seen it the last couple of weeks, even though they have been successful.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of like, okay, I trust you, but I'm still not sure kind of face off Melo off after tonight's match. Right.
And I'm going to say this. Is this where we see... next week, we see the Street Profits beat Melo Don't Miz, and The Miz turns, thus turning Melo babyface for that feud. But then the Profits coming back to make the save, and what would you think of that as a six-man stable?
I was going to say that kind of works, actually. Because if you look at what Melo did in NXT, him and Trick Williams, they might as well have been Street Profits 2.0.
Right?
I think that could work. But at the same time, I more or less would like to see the Street Profits with Melo as more of an alliance, not necessarily like a stable.
Right.
Because I kind of want to see Melo strike out on his own. But I also do have my worries that he falls down the roster a little bit. But
yeah.
We'll have to see just how this is all handled. Should there be a turn next week or whenever that happens? I get a feeling though that the Profits are actually going to lose next week, and maybe the turn actually happens at whenever that tag team title match happens.
Right.
But yeah, OMD, I know you gave out my socials, so we're just gonna head on out here. What are those famous words we like to go out on?
Oh, Mr. Best, I'm going to change it up again tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember, the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow. The afterglow. One more fading away. You look so so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You're just